Hello, little sleepyheads, and welcome to our cozy story corner. Are you all snuggled up and ready for a dreamy adventure? Tonight, we're going to a very special sleepover way back in time, in a land filled with gentle giants and sparkling stars. So close your eyes, take a slow, deep breath in, and let it all out. Let's begin. Deep in a lush, green valley, where giant ferns tickled the clouds and rivers giggled as they flowed, lived a group of the friendliest dinosaurs you could ever meet. There was Rexy, a Tyrannosaurus Rex whose roar was more like a soft, happy rumble. He had tiny arms with the biggest, kindest heart. Then there was Steggy, a Stegosaurus with big, flat plates on her back that changed colors with her mood. Right now, they were a happy, sunny yellow. And don't forget Terry, the pterodactyl, whose leathery wings made a gentle whooshing sound, like a soft breeze, whenever he flew by. Tonight was a very special night. It was the night of their annual Dino sleepover. Rexy's cave was the chosen spot. It wasn't a dark or scary cave. Oh no. It was lined with the softest moss, like a big green velvet blanket. Fireflies flickered near the entrance, casting a warm, gentle glow, like tiny floating lanterns. As the big golden sun began to dip below the mountains, painting the sky in shades of orange and sleepy purple, the friends started to arrive. First came Bronte, the Brontosaurus. He was so tall that his long neck poked out of the cave entrance, and he had to duck his head to get inside. He carried a bundle of the sweetest, juiciest leaves tied together with a vine. "Sleepover snacks," he announced in his deep, gentle voice. Next, waddling in with a happy little wiggle, was Trixie the Triceratops. On each of her 3 horns, she had carefully balanced a giant shiny berry. "Dessert is here," she chirped, her frill decorated with bright pink flowers she had picked along the way. Steggy arrived with a pile of soft, fluffy ferns she had gathered. "For our nests," she said, her back plates glowing a contented shade of lavender. Terry the pterodactyl swooped in last, landing softly near the entrance. He didn't bring snacks, but he brought something even better. "I have a story," he whispered, his eyes twinkling. Together, they all worked to get the cave ready. They laid out Steggy's soft ferns, creating 5 cozy little nests in a circle. Rexy carefully arranged the glowing fireflies and little cracks in the cave walls, making the whole space feel magical and safe. They all sat down in their nests and shared Bronte's sweet leaves and Trixie's juicy berries. They were delicious. They munched and crunched happily, their little dinosaur tummies feeling full and warm. After their snack, Rexy rumbled softly, "Is it story time yet, Terry?" Terry nodded, cleared his throat, and began his tale. Once upon a time, he began, in a sky far, far away, lived a family of star-dashed dinosaurs, ... double quotes. He told a wonderful story about constellations that looked just like them. A big Diplodocus, a little Triceratops, and a great T-Rex made of shimmering stardust. The dinosaurs listened, captivated, their eyes wide with wonder. His voice was so calm and soothing, it made them all feel even sleepier. When the story was over, Bronte had an idea. "Let's go stargazing," he suggested. Terry's story made me want to see the real star dinosaurs. Everyone thought this was a brilliant idea. They tiptoed out of the cozy cave and into the cool night air. The world was quiet now except for the gentle chirping of crickets. They found a soft, grassy clearing and all lay down, looking up at the vast, dark sky. And what a sight it was! The sky was like a giant blanket of deep blue velvet, and someone had sprinkled it with a billion tiny, glittering diamonds. The moon was a big, friendly silver circle, smiling down on them. "Look!" squeaked Trixie, pointing with her nose. "That one looks like a long brontosaurus neck." Bronte chuckled, a low, rumbling sound. "And that cluster of stars," said Steggy, her plates now a dreamy, deep blue, "looks like one of my back plates." They spent a long time finding shapes in the stars. They saw a starry flower, a glittery river, and a whole sparkling fern forest. Rexy imagined a giant twinkling star snack, which made everyone giggle softly. Lying there together under the peaceful, starry sky, they felt so happy and connected. The universe seemed to be tucking them in. A cool, gentle breeze rustled the leaves, and Rexy let out a big, sleepy yawn. It was so contagious that soon Steggy yawned, then Bronte, and then Trixie. Only Terry, the night flyer, seemed wide awake, but even his wings were starting to feel heavy. "I think it's time for bed," Rexy rumbled gently. They all agreed. They quietly made their way back to the warm, glowing cave. Each one crawled into their soft fern nest. Rexy curled his big body around his nest, tucking his nose under his tail. Steggy snuggled down, her plates now the color of a deep, peaceful sleep. Trixie rested her head on her frill like it was a pillow, and Bronte curled his long neck into a comfy loop. Terry folded his wings around himself like a cozy blanket. The cave was quiet and still. The fireflies flickered softly, their lights dancing on the walls like sleepy dreams. From outside, they could hear the gentle whisper of the wind and the faint chirping of the crickets, a perfect lullaby. Rexy let out a final soft, rumbling snore, and one by one the little dinosaurs drifted off to sleep. They dreamed sweet dreams of juicy leaves, starry skies, and the warmth of being together with good friends. And as they slept, cuddled in their mossy cave, the big, silver moon watched over them, keeping them safe and sound all through the night. And you, my dear little listener, can drift off to sleep too, just like the friendly dinosaurs. Feel yourself getting cozy and warm in your own little nest. Imagine the soft glow of the fireflies and the peaceful sound of the sleepy valley. Sweet dreams. Good night.